For the next few days, I'm going to be working my way through different species on a food chain challenge, eating only what I catch. It's currently the first evening of this challenge, so when that sun goes down, I'm going to go wading through the shallows, trying to scoop up some garfish, mullet, try and find some crabs or crustaceans that we can use for bait, and upgrade our way until we can throw a nice slab of fish on the fire. Man, that's my bloody house for the next few days. How good's that? And there's nothing better than a good night's sleep when you're out here, coming from someone who sleeps like shit most of the time. These mattresses are sick and they take like 2 seconds to pump up. That and a good pillow. Get in there! So last night, the Aurora Australis, Southern Lights, the southern equivalent of the Northern Lights, there was a huge electrical storm last night, and just over there, that's looking due south here, there was a huge, the sky was just purple and pink, and basically we got the Southern Lights over there, we got Bass Strait rolling in just over here. I wish you guys could be here right now and just see how awesome this place is. We're gonna head out and we're gonna go get some bait, and then we're gonna catch an apex predator. I don't know what it's gonna be yet, so stay tuned. But yeah, this is my camp. Get out there, build yourself one of these, cook some good food on the fire, and just jump right in. Jump into the bloody deep end, get into it. Big one's been going ham on these two smaller ones. I wonder what they're beefing over. I'm just currently walking along all the flats here, looking for any garfish, mullet, little crabs. I've stood on about 50 toadies by now. Oh, he slipped out of my hand. Oh, they're so slippery. I had a good grip on him then, he just got out. Left me with all his scales. But they just sort of come up here when the sun goes down. All those smaller fish have been coming into this water system, into the flats. And this is the prime time to work around and try and get them with the lights. But that's a beauty right there. Thank you very much, mate. They feel a bit more protected to come up here during the night time. And I've seen a few flounder getting around as well, so hopefully we get one of them because they're bloody delicious. And there's a bloody ring-tailed possum over here. I've never ever seen a possum, a ring-tailed possum in the ocean before. What the hell is going on, man? Oh, he's going over a massive toadfish. Man, I did not know possums go swimming in the ocean. Did you know you could do that? Check out all these crabs. Look at all these crabs surrounding this possum. See, mate? So I went wading through the shallow water with my floodlight, and I was just hand grabbing the fish out of the water, and I managed to get, I flicked 2 mullet out of the water onto the sand, and I managed to get 2 of them, so they're about the same size. I got 3 little garfish about that size, and I got 2 bigger garfish. One's not a bad size, nearly the size of my hand. He's the star of the show from last night. Nice size gari right there. So these are the bottom tier of our food chain challenge. So we're gonna work our way up from here and hopefully catch some food. A, if we get a nice eating fish, or B, use that fish for a bigger fish, an apex predator. This here will catch a nice shark later on, hopefully, so we'll save the big guy for that. But what I'm gonna do is try and use some of the smaller garfish now. I'm just gonna lop little chunks of that off on a little bait hook. We might pick up, I'm not gonna tell you what we're gonna get, just wait and see. And this guy's been squaring off at me while we've been talking this whole time. I've got a couple of crabs, so he could either be food or that'll be bait for a shark later on as well. These guys feel so weird. I caught a whole bunch of these last night. I don't even know what they're called. Are they called spider crabs or something? They feel like spiders crawling all over me. Check those guys out. They'll go perfectly whole on a nice hook. They're cool little guys. I don't know what they're called, but it seems like we got plenty of bait for the rest of the day. Now let's go upgrade that to a bigger fish. Just cut some of that mullet up for the bigger rod. So we've got a nice little chunk of mullet on there now to try and upgrade the species. I'm not going out too far because there's a deep drop off here And I just want to get on the edge of that drop off. And anything cruising along that drop off, smell that mullet, and hopefully we get our next species. Now we wait. On to the next species. See my rod tip bouncing. I'm running through some snags, which is not good. Oh, there he is. Oh, popped off. We just missed out on our first upgrade. Oh, that was a big fish. Shattered we lost that. Got some fat wood that I found and brought back from Europe. So I'm gonna scratch that off into this tea tree here. Man, there's nothing better than fire when you're out here. That's a welcome sight. It's bringing me a bit of hope. It's been a tough day fishing. I've got the mullet and the garfish out at the moment, and the sun's just going down at the moment on day 2, or the night of day 2 anyway. When the sun goes down, we're gonna get some predators come in at the night so we can cook it on the fire in the morning. Tell you what, it's good to have this fire though. All right, what do we got? Nice mullet. Ooh, he's a good size. Just got a nice mullet on the, oh, what a catch. Just got a nice mullet on the garfish from last night. So there's a beautiful bait to send out tonight. Nice yellow-eyed mullet. Right on sunset. Perfect time for to put this guy out. Welcome. So there's a nice chunk of the mullet that we just pulled in, going straight on a 6-0 suicide. And that's it there, heaps of hook exposure. Let's go turn that into something we can put on the fire. Beautiful. Just hooked up on some of the garfish on the bait rod, just shot off. It feels not like a bad fish. Woo! Well, we just got a nice pan-sized pinky on the garfish on the bait rig. Working our way through that food chain challenge, so he'll be going on the fire in the morning. Beautiful. There's Brekkie. There is no shortage of crabs right now. Look at that. There's another 2. Oh, it's a big flatty. It's no 3 metre-y, but we got ourselves a 46 centimetre flathead on the mullet that we got earlier. So he'll be going on the seafood fiesta for Brekkie as well. Such predators. Look at the eyes on top of their head. So they just cruise around the flats right on the bottom, waiting to pick anything up while they're cruising along. And they're going for about 50 bucks a kilo, so I'm stoked on that. I just got a better pinky snapper, and I got him on those little spider coconut crabby looking things. I don't even know what type of crab they are, but we just got this guy on it, so we're gonna have a mighty fine breakfast in the morning. A nice smell of the fire in the morning. Fresh tea tree. Woo! So good having a coffee. So this is our flatty from last night. He'll go awesome on the fire. I've never cooked a flatty straight on the fire like that. I'm leaving the scales on just to protect the flesh a little bit, but he'll be good. there's one of our pinky snapper from last night. Nice little size to throw on the fire. And there's number 3. Or the second one we got anyway. Another little pinky snapper. So there's the 3 of our catches last night. That's a nice little brekkie. We upgraded our way through that with just bare hands. We caught garfish and crabs on the first night. We ended up getting one of the pinkies on one of those little coconut crabs I got. This guy was on the mullet, and I think this smaller guy was on the garfish. So got our way here from nothing, which is cool. So we'll get these guys on the fire. Both unreal eating. These are about $50 a kilo for a flathead. And these guys, I don't know, I think they're about 40 bucks a kilo at the moment. Not a bad feed right there, especially from nothing, just bare hands, and we got here. Might go, I'm keeping the scales on all these guys just because it'll help protect the skin while that's cooking. So I'll get the flatty on. Let's go in face up first. Oh man, I'm excited. I'm starving. And we've got a ripping brekkie for breakfast. Push him in because he's going to shrink a little bit as we cook. I've never cooked a whole flatty like that, and these snapper, they're going to be awesome. Oh man, I'm so excited. There's a fair bit of heat pumping out of that fire now. They're cooking nicely. The underside of his scales are turning into like little chips. Seafood basket for breakfast. Oh, what a brekkie. Oi. Come and check this out. Come and check out my breakfast. Just cooking these 3 high quality fish behind me here. With a view like this, just surrounded by the beach and these sand dunes. Doesn't get much better than that, hey? Oh, it's pretty peachy. I'll get back in me forest. See ya. Start with this outside one. All nice. He's looking good. Oh yeah, he's like golden delicious. All that fat runs out of their skin and it's been dripping down into the fire. And let's get this big lizard. Oh, beautiful. He's looking awesome. They all are. There's that big lizard. Check out him. Here's that bigger pinky. He's cooked beautifully. Almost looks like I put butter on him. He's nice and golden brown. Oh, nice. Oh, I'm so pumped. That skin just falls right away, just with those hard scales on. And look at all this meat. All right, here we go. Check out how easy this skin peels off. And then we're just left with that awesome white meat underneath. All right, we'll start with the pinkies. Let's see how this goes. That's always awesome. And always a welcomed fish, actually. I love when snapper season's around. Fluffy white meat. All right. Woo. Lucky they got the skin on the underside of them. Let's get into this flatty. That's an even wider meat, cleaner meat. I don't actually bleed my flatties when I get them because I normally just rip the fillets off them. And I didn't bleed it last night either, and it still stayed pure white. So just goes to show that you don't need to bleed your flatties. That's an even softer tasting fish. That flatty's awesome. A little bit fishier taste on the snapper, but the flatty's absolutely awesome. I think that one takes the cake for me. Flat out just amazing tasting. All of them are, but for me, I think I'll have to go with the flatty. That's awesome. What a breakfast this has been, hey? It's got to be the best therapy going around. Well, it's not therapy, it's just bloody fun. If you have the time and you're feeling generous, please don't hesitate to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It just helps these videos get pushed out, which will help me keep making video week after week in between my full-time job. It was a bit more primitive than usual cooking on the fire. I don't normally just slap them on the fire like that, but I really enjoyed it. Did you enjoy this food chain challenge? Do you want to see me do another one in the future and we'll step it up a notch? I'll see you on the next one. Yoo!